They probably gonna say something because the music went on a little too long. It went on a little too long. Hi, welcome in. I'm glad you guys clicked on the video. Um, it's been a very chaotic day for me today. I hope you guys' day went well. I am printing per usual in the back. Like I said yesterday, I think I figured out my third part. So I'm printing out what I need so that I can start testing it out. But you know what? I had a call with a guy yesterday, and I really had to sit down and think about it. And I believe I talked about it on the video yesterday. And then I spoke with a friend of mine today, and he was like, if you feel more comfortable with doing one versus the other, then just go with that. And I was like, I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to get into this idea where you're kind of going against what you believe to be, like the best route, right? Because I'm figuring once I'm finished with it and it's working properly, then I'm gonna get all my patents all together, and then I'll go and do the manufacturing part. Versus once I get it working now, then go and get it, get a prototype, because what if something happens? And I just I hate that I'm not that trusting, but what if something happens and it is told to somebody and they have manufacturers already in China, and so then they start producing it and I don't have anything to cover me for that area. So I am going to hold off on moving forward with anything. And then that guy quoted me like 7,000, and then he went down to like 6. Like, if that was a big cut, right? Well, 7. You know what? I'm gonna bring it down to 6. You listen. You keep whatever you trying to cook, baby, because I ain't going for it. And plus, I'm gonna probably be up for a few. I'm gonna probably be up to maybe 12-ish. Working on this because I want to get it done. I said I want since I think I have this final piece finished, then it's like, okay, so why procrastinate? You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to push myself, but I'm not trying to, drain myself or burn myself out, because this is exciting to me. So I don't want to, rush this. So let me start with the most least interesting story, but I wanted to see what was being talked about because, why not, right? So anyway, Lil Meech's attorney demands a podcast retract the Selena Powell dating claims. Oh, let me close this out. Okay. So an attorney for the actor Lil Meech has reportedly sent a retraction demand to a podcast following Selena Powell's recent interview. Now, to the attorney Galloway, Lil Meech has never been involved in a romantic or intimate relationship. Lil Meech, they said that wrong, because it was like Lil Meech has never been involved in a romantic or intimate relationship with Lil Meech. With Selena is what they meant. The representation made the representation made on your podcast are entirely false, defamatory, and misleading. Publishing these statements without verification or disclaimer demonstrates gross negligence and amounts to irresponsible journalism, the letter continues. Now, let's see if I can play the audio. This is what happened on the interview. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Oh, no. They just posted it. I thought it was the audio from the video. Okay, it is. Okay. So Galloway is demanding that a public statement declaring that Lil Meech was not romantically engaged with Selena at any time, and that they have never been put on notice. So they want them to apologize. Now, last month, Selena shared details of their alleged relationship. And let's see if this is gonna play.
Begging you, please delete this stuff. This is my reputation, bro. I apologize for saying what I said to you. Please, man.
But you said it was Cap though. What was Cap, Demetrius?
Selena, I said that to get the post deleted, Selena.
Okay. Right. But now you want to make me look like a liar in front of the internet. It's crazy, Demetrius.
That's not how I tried to make you seem. I apologize for that.
Well, ain't that what he doing now? Let's see what else she put up here. Okay, and then she just went on like these various friends without doing all that. So then, hold on 1 second, because I need to. I like to have me a little water next to me. So hold on for a little water break. All right. Sometimes you just gotta wet the whistle. You know what I mean? You just gotta wet the dang on whistle. Anyway, so Powell then posted that clip, that I just played of her and Lil Meech, where he was begging and all that other stuff. And so I'm trying to figure out how he's um trying to tell these people to take this down when she got this audio. So I just don't understand. Like, I mean, why even mess with somebody you that ashamed of? You know what I mean? Like, if you are that ashamed of somebody, and how do you even have a conversation with somebody? You get what I'm saying? Like, let's say you went to your Shell station and they had a bum outside. You know what I mean? And I don't mean just a regular bum. I mean like a really, really dirty, hair matted, just looked like he just finished doing some um, flutter kicks and push ups in the mud. Now, if you decide to start dating him, why you don't want to bring him to the family reunion? What you shamed for? You get what I'm saying? Why would you be shamed for dating somebody if that's who you want to date? You know what I mean? You knew she was a whore, allegedly. So what's the problem? You know what I mean? It's kind of like them dudes that be having them real ugly, ugly baby mamas. Fat, well, okay, let me not say that. But you get what I'm saying. Where they always be trying to act like they got to have the baddest chick and they first baby mama be looking a hot mess. But moving on. So let's see who else we want to talk about. Because it's just, okay, well, we could talk about Nicki real quick because it ain't really that much. So, Nicki Minaj, she deactivated her Instagram account without an explanation. So just real quick, the Bobs were left confused on Monday night after finding out that Nicki Minaj had deactivated her Instagram account. Minaj didn't give an explanation but continued to fire away on her ex account, where she posted in AI. Hold on 1 second. Where she posted an AI generated image of Jay-Z in a wig, took a shot at Charlamagne the God, and claimed Gucci Mane's wife was trying to be her for years. Child, she went out with a bang, didn't she? If you're gonna go out, you go out with a goddamn gone bang. You hear me? I'm just saying. That's what the people say you should do. I would do it. Anyway, so Kim Kardashian is suing Walmart, Amazon, and other online vendors. Now, this is interesting because I thought that she was good friends with Jeff Bezos. So I wonder how much involvement does he really have in Amazon? Interesting. Kim and the rest of the Kardashian clan don't mess around when it comes to their highly successful businesses. Now, that's a stretch. And some are about to find out the hard way. According to a new report, the veteran reality star, veteran, is she retiring? Has she retired? Oh, filed an explosive lawsuit on Friday accusing several online vendors from Walmart to eBay of selling counterfeit Skims apparel, which is confusing some of her loyal customers. The lawsuit comes days after the All's Fair actress launched that sold out within minutes. People would buy anything. You hear me? Kim, 44, has filed a lawsuit coming for some of the world's most popular e-commerce websites, including Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and others. Based on the legal documents, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star is hoping to block the above sites from the alleged selling dupes of her successful clothing line Skims and gather the profits they've already made on previous sales. It's unclear how much Kim is seeking in the suit. It doesn't reveal how much Skims might have lost. However, the legal documents reveal that the athleisure wear brand is valued at $4 billion. Kim is no stranger to facing legal troubles, as Skims was the subject of a lawsuit in 2024. A plaintiff filed a suit against the company last year, accusing Skims of secretly accessing her device after she visited the website in 2023 and later tracked her moves with spyware. Years before that, Kim was accused of exploiting a cosmetic company with her line KKW Beauty. The lawsuit claimed that the reality star infringed on another trademark and intentionally confused customers. Kim's team, however, fired back, claiming she had no intention of deceiving the public. Considering Kim's, the Kardashians' fame and access to over 100 million social media followers, no rational interference can be drawn that she would need to want to trick the public into associating her products with um, Kara Wise in order to gain exposure or traction. I mean, yes and no. You're going to use her name because it's a good brand, and then you're going to use your reputation. So, I mean, come on now, you're going to steal her customer reviews, and you're going to use your popularity. That's how that works. Kim's Skims brand first launched during COVID-19, the pandemic, offering women shea. Since its launch, the business has skyrocketed, expanding its offerings and products to men. During a previous interview, Kim explained why Skims meant so much to her, describing the brand as basically a part of me. She went on, I take it really personally. I started off of my body and my shapes, and it's very vulnerable. Skims continues to grow in popularity, and earlier this week, the Kardashians fandom was working overtime to support Kim's latest offer, thongs with fake pubic hair, right? For those unfamiliar, the brand released a line of 12 fake pubic hair thongs in various colors, featuring both straight and curly textures. The underwear sold out within minutes, surprising even Kim herself. I'm shocked the mother of four said, I got so much attention. We've been laughing and talking about it all day. The company also joked about the new product on Instagram, sharing cheeky videos and captions. With this iconic new panty, your carpet can be whatever color you want it to be. God, where are we at? Where are we at in this world? And when she's not in the room or the courtroom, fans can find Kim. She on this Hulu series called Owl's Fair, created by Ryan Murphy. In production, Kim plays a lawyer, and she stars alongside actress Sarah Paulson. I love her. Naomi Watson. I love her. Niecy Nash. I love her. Tiana Taylor. I love her. And Glenn Close. Okay, so you know that's gonna be a hit. And then they surrounding her with good actresses and stuff like that. She working whatever she got going on. Um, so then let's see here. So Kim always praised her iconic coworkers, revealing that she learned so much from working with them doing shows and stuff like that. She says, "I love these women. We learn a lot together. I learn a lot from them showing up and coming on the set every single day and just seeing them work and seeing what they do. They are the best at what they do. That was the best lesson I could learn." Okay, well, good for Kim, child. Good for Kim. We're going to always make sure that you can't knock somebody because they doing their thing. Well, I wouldn't anyway, ain't got nothing to do with me. So, let me get this here out the way. Did y'all hear about that couple down there in Texas that moved out the house while their son was in school? You didn't hear about it? Okay. So it's a Texas couple that's facing charges after allegedly abandoning a 12-year-old boy. You see the picture come across there. It's two black people with a mugshot. Abandoning a 12-year-old boy who returned home from school to find their apartment completely empty. Child, empty. Now y'all know this happened down here in Texas. So over there in Copper's Cove, police responded to a call on Friday after the boy went to a neighbor's home. Officers determined the boy's mother, Erica Sanders, and her boyfriend, Kevin Adams, had seemingly moved out while the child was in school. The apartment was found completely bare. The couple was contacted and initially claimed the boy's uncle was supposed to pick him up. They claimed that the uncle denied. An arrest affidavit noted that Adams complained at length about the 12-year-old during his interview. The couple also reportedly refused to provide a new address to CPS. Police records indicate that 5.5 hours passed from the time the boy discovered the boy was found abandoned. The couple and the police finally connected. Mm, mm, mm. Sanders and Adams were both arrested on charges of abandonment and are endangering a child without intent to return. That is absolutely crazy. So you got to stay away from them pick-me type women. Them women that'll do anything for a man, including leave their own child. Lord. So what if the man don't like the kid? Leave him alone. Leave the man alone. Find somebody else. You want whoever you want to treat your children good. Kids, children, child, whatever. Hell, if you around me, you gotta treat my dogs good. If you even look at my dog wrong, it's over for your partner. It's over for you. They live here. You visit it. Be respectful. You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. Anyway, so over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, I would tell you to get into it, but it ain't really nothing to really get into. I go back and watch the first 9 seasons. After the 9th season, because I think that's when Candy and Phaedra fell out. After Candy and Phaedra fell out, it kind of ended the show. Nene left, Candy and Phaedra fell out. They brought Nene on a couple different times, but they didn't really do too much or nothing. People keep saying bring her back. They have brought her back. That did not help. You remember when she pulled the cameraman? I think that was when they brought her back for a season or two. I think she came. I think they should have gave Marlo a little bit more time, at least another season. You know what I'm saying? She probably would have gave us something else. But one season and done, it was just too harsh on her. Now, with this whole Kelly for real, I don't know what this heifer doing. Cause see, her husband is saying, well, you know what? Hold on. Let me give me a little swig of this water. Now, her husband is saying, well, let me read this because it might be up in this here article. You know, I don't read this stuff. I get on here. But her husband saying something now. So, the Real Housewives of Atlanta may have just hit the biggest. Wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. I was about to turn that light on. I don't need to turn the light on. It'll be all right. Okay. So, yeah. So, the Real Housewives of Atlanta may have just hit the biggest scandal in the Bravo history, and the fallout could end the entire Housewives empire. It would take a black man to tell the whole empire down. Go ahead, my king. So, Media Takeout has learned that production on Housewives, on Atlanta Housewives, has been officially paused after newcomer Kelly Farrell's ex-husband, Mark Farrell, filed a $200 million lawsuit against Bravo. $200 million. Oh, I pray to have that money come to me. I would do so well with that money. I would do like community work. I would do like a lot of entrepreneurial work because I know I can't take this with me. And because I came from nothing, I would want to do as much as I can for single mothers, no race. You know what I'm saying? Just single mothers, struggling mothers, families that, are just struggling, just barely making it by. If I was to come in at $200 million, I see it here right now. I would go and for the let's say I would just need it to be reoccurring because I would want to just keep doing stuff. But I would pay off everybody's homes debt that I know that they know that they know. Like 6 degrees of separation. I would help all those people out. And then I would create like foundations and stuff like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Maybe open up like a little school, like a little charter school or something, or a private school where the tuition is free and I'm paying the teachers really good salaries You get what I'm saying? Something like that. To get the kids, cause I don't know where boy, they just trying to ruin it. You know what? I look at it like this. You know how sometimes you ever seen where you have guests who leave your house very quietly, and then they have guests who leave your house in shambles. I've never had a guest leave my house in shambles, but I've seen instances where people overstay their welcome and tore the house down when the person told them to leave. So my point is, in America, and I'm not getting political, but it seems like in America, some people are ready to leave here and go somewhere else to take over, and they want to burn this this place down before they go. You get what I'm saying? Like we're gonna just destroy everything: the education system, the justice system, the government. We just gonna mess everything up, and then we're gonna leave. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what it seems like. So anyway, so Media Takeout has learned that the production on The Housewife, like I said, is closed down because the suit accuses the network and Kelly of creating a fabricated storyline to portray him as an abusive and dishonest man, causing serious damage to his reputation. Now, he ain't lying, child, because when I watched a couple episodes, I was like, damn, he had you locked in closets and cabinets and all kinds of stuff. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, I had to give my dog some carrots. Keep them quiet while I'm on here for a minute. Uh, uh, let me see here. I don't know what that is. Okay. So anyway, because I'm not buying any bots or any followers. These people always emailing you saying, we can buy you bots and, all this other stuff. I prefer organic teams. You get what I mean? Somebody, people that actually vibe with me and, you know what I mean, can understand my little laid back ways. If I keep this going, then you never know what can come from this. What if if my invention goes through, then I think I might do like a vlog, not a vlog, but like show my process and stuff and all that. Now I don't know if I'm gonna get in front of the camera, but I'll walk y'all through. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. That'll be cool. Anyway, because I am taking a little video of me while I'm working on it and stuff. I'm not consistent with it, but when I remember, I do. My point is, according to the legal files, Mark claims Bravo and Kelly conspired to manufacture drama for ratings, and now the network's legal department is in full crises mode. Production sources tell Media Takeout that Bravo has suspended filming on season 13 while attorneys comb through the footage frame by frame. The goal is to make sure nothing that airs adds more legal risk or strengthens Mark's case. Everything is froze right now. The lawyers are reviewing every word, every edit, every storyline. They're terrified of making the situation worse. The lawsuit stems from a $420,000 loan that Mark and Kelly took out together to fund their restaurant, Nana's Chicken and Waffles. Mark alleges that Kelly misused the money, then blamed him on camera to protect herself. He says he paid the loan back in full, but Bravo aired Kelly's false version of events, painting him as a liar and abuser. Now he's suing for defamation, emotional distress, and financial damages totaling $200 million. Now, the Bravo lawsuit is just one in a string of major legal battles that Bravo has faced. Over the past few years, Bravo has been hit with dozens of lawsuits from former housewives, spouses, staff members, all accusing Bravo of misconduct, defamation, or exploitation, child. A network insider told Media Takeout the lawsuits are piling up. The legal exposure is massive. There's serious talk that Bravo might have to shut down the Housewives franchise entirely if they can't get the situation under control. What started as drama for the cameras turned into a real life chaos, right? Between the legal scrutiny, the mountain lawsuits, and the production freezes, this might be the most dangerous moment in a Housewives history. If this lawsuit spirals, and it looks like it might, because it looked like it might, the network could lose more than just another season. It could lose the whole franchise that built its empire. Because you got to remember, that's what blew Bravo up. Bravo was something else. I can't remember what it was, but it was something else before it turned over. Before it turned to Bravo. Now, child. Now I hate to hear this, but it is what it is. Louis Vuitton has divested from Rihanna's scent, so they saying the business is in trouble. Now I actually bought stock in Louis Vuitton because they had invested in Fenty. So I don't know how I feel about that. So Rihanna's billion-dollar business world might be headed for some trouble. Okay. Now they saying that the luxury powerhouse Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, that's the LVMH is the stock, the giant behind Dior, Fendi, and LV, is planning to sell its 50% ownership stake in the Fenty Beauty brand. According to the insiders, LVMH has brought on investment bank Evercore to oversee the scale with early talks already underway. The deal is completed. Could reshape Rihanna's entire beauty empire and comes at a time when her business may be facing tougher financial conditions than ever before. Back in 2017, Rihanna launched Fenty with LVMH through its in-house beauty incubator, Kendall Brands. Excuse me, marking one of the most historical collaborations in beauty history. Together, they changed the industry, creating inclusive products for every skin tone and redefining what a global celebrity beauty brand could look like. The brand exploded in popularity, reportedly pulling in 450 million in sales in 2024, with analysts valuing the company between 1 and 2 billion. But now sources are saying that LVMH is ready to cash out. Insiders believe the company wants to refocus on its luxury heritage brands as the global beauty sector faces mounting financial headways. Do y'all think that it's because a lot of people just aren't really just trying to get dressed and all that because times are hard, so people just don't have that extra money to just go and spend? Because that's just what it seems like, right? When you have to think about, food, you don't really think about buying that Crayola case. They said she having some trouble too, child. But downsizing don't mean that you broke. Downsizing doesn't mean that you're going broke. Downsizing just mean that you understand that it's the world is changing and you gotta adjust with it. Now, when Rihanna's star power remains untouchable, her business portfolio may be feeling the effects of a changing economy. Industry analysts say that beauty brands across the U.S. and China, two of Fenty's biggest markets, are struggling with slower sales and lower consumer spending, which is true. And the challenges don't stop there. Media Takeout confirmed that the CEO of Rihanna's lingerie line resigned in August to take over Victoria's Secret. Since then, reports suggest that Savage Fenty sales have also softened as shoppers cut back on luxury and lifestyle spending, which is true. A lot of people, it's just you don't have that extra money no more. It's not that Rihanna brands are falling far back, far from that, but the financial climate has shifted dramatically since her early billionaire boom years. And now, even global superstars are feeling the pinch. Despite the shakeup, Rihanna still owns 50% of the beauty brand, meaning she could buy, the shares and take full control of the brand. So insiders believe that's exactly what she'll do. And I believe that's what she'll do too. It's at the end of an era and possibly the start of a new chapter for Rihanna's empire. LVMH potential exit and the broader beauty industry slowdown could test just how strong the Fenty effect really is. But knowing Rihanna, she's likely already plotting her next big move, one that keeps her name, her bag, and her legacy in full tact. So I'm excited to see what she does next. And this is going to be interesting, just to see how that goes with the beauty industry and the hair industry because people are going to cut back. And so, yeah, people are going to want to do a lot of stuff that, do their own hair, that'll save them money, just cut back on stuff like that. Now, for my last story, child, Chris Brown. So Chris Brown seemingly shades broke Kevin McCoy, and I'm not laughing at him being broke. Kevin McCoy for burning a bridge after the singer slammed Breezy for being stingy. So here we go now. Bye broke bridge burner. That's the message Chris Brown is sending aimed Kevin McCall's claims that he still owes him money from former collaborations. Now McCoy, who is known for his past musical collaborations with Brown, opened up about his financial struggles during an appearance on the Back on the Fig podcast. He became emotional as he talked about the setbacks he's faced in his career, admitted that he's currently using an EBT card to get by financially. While talking about his struggles, McCoy remembered working with Breezy early on, helping to write many of the singer's hits, including the 2010 disc Deuces. According to the 40-year-old, he's still waiting on 25,000 he's owed for four of the songs he worked on with Brown during that time. Now, Chris Brown went on and said this here.
I just woke up and I thought about something. If this nigga wrote all these songs that he claimed he wrote, why he ain't write no more? Oh wait, this is just one part of my house. This is life before K-Mac and life after K-Mac. Man, I'm gonna stop playing with this nigga. He's a bitch. Thank you, K-Mac. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I was thinking about getting you this, but you a bitch. But I bought this with your money too. I bought that with your money. That's the only one on the West Coast. Oh, I bought that one with your money too. I took a shit and then I bought this car. He's looking at you so disappointed, bro. You look whack as fuck.
All right. So that was Chris Brown's response. So then he also, so following Kevin's tearful admission, Brown seemingly responded to his claims, criticizing the singer for burning a bridge by talking about their problems publicly. The performer took to his Instagram story on Tuesday to throw a subliminal shot, writing, "Remember this, you can't walk across a burnt bridge, and you know what's funnier than a troll? A broke one." Now that was harsh. Kevin McCall's beef with Chris Brown is nothing new, with the former going and breathing online as far back as 2018. That year, McCall was shot in the foot, and as he shared the details online, he accused Brown of being responsible, even threatening his daughter. Oh my goodness. McCoy had sent a message and said, wait, so somebody said, don't say that, leave the babies out of here. So McCoy said, I'm not putting the baby in it. I'm saying leave them out because the person who shot me tries to do a hit on him and his baby for 500. You don't know the type of evil I combat on a daily. You just into negative energy, death culture, and tabloids. Black people wake up. Oh, okay. Just 1 year later, McCoy's ex, Eva, opened up about the abuse she allegedly endured from the singer following his 2019 domestic violence arrest. She said, and quote, "It took me a lot of time to even be able to get up the courage to talk about it because it's embarrassing. Coming from where I come from and being as astute and courageous as I am, you always feel like it could never be me." She went on to share that she and McCoy were far from in love while they were together, adding, "It wasn't a relationship that lasted long enough for me to even know." She didn't even know the man. To make things worse, Eva's ex, Eva claims her ex became volatile right after the time she got pregnant with their daughter. She said that the abuse didn't start for me until I was pregnant with my daughter. And then about a month after having my daughter, it didn't stop. It got worse, and it got worse with her. Mm, mm, mm. Eva said the moment she knew she had to leave was when Marley was actually in her arms once, and he was like, "I can't." She was like, "I can't do this anymore." McCall responded to her allegations in a statement to people saying he's hurt that people believe lies so easily. He even every fight I've gotten into since my career has been protecting Eva from her own mess and disputes. Mm. So he still ain't taking no accountability. I guess, you know, you can't, everybody ain't gonna take accountability for their actions. So it is what it is. Oh, wait a minute. I was trying to log out of it. I didn't know y'all was gonna be able to hear that. Anyway, so I appreciate you guys tuning in and clicking on the button. If you still here, please share, like, and subscribe. Y'all know I'm trying to grow my followers. But I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but I'll be here for sure. So until then, have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.